Alright, YouTube. So, I've had probably 10 of these Primos Proof cameras. This is a 2. Well, this is a 3, but the only difference between the 2 and the 3, I think, is the resolution. I'm not sure. I'm sure the internet will correct me if I'm wrong. I don't really care. This is a tutorial on just how to fix the most common problems with them. From what I've noticed, these like good batteries, so either Energizers, Duracells, or you can get them from a grocery store. Don't get the dollar store batteries. Every time I've put dollar store batteries in one of these cameras, it always shorts them out every single time. So I figured I would show you the most common problems that these cameras have, and not necessarily how to repair it, but what to look for. The repairs are pretty easy. So obviously you want to make sure that you remove all the batteries first, not trying to short the thing out. So one area that I've noticed where these cameras go bad is down here where the battery connections are soldered to the wires. So get yourself a small little regular screwdriver. You need to pop the battery tray out. Oh wait. So pop this battery tray out, and then what happens is right here, these two leads, positive and negative, have a tendency to corrode, and they're very, very, very fragile. So what'll happen is they'll break off right here, and they'll break off right here. I don't care, just go do it. They'll break off here and they'll break off here. Very simple to repair. You can take your small screwdriver, you can pop this lead right out. See, it's not connected. You can pop this one out, stick it in a little jig, take your soldering iron, make sure the tip is very clean, make sure you flux and tin the tip, make sure it's hot, and you can just desolder this wire, clean it up real good, scuff it, and then you can just resolder it. That's pretty simple. Another thing that goes bad on these cameras is this seal. Over time degrades, especially right here where the wire crosses over the seal, right up here at the top at the corner. It degrades. You can't get a new seal from Primos. I've tried. So on some of what my cameras I've done is I've taken a little screwdriver, I've just pulled it out, and then I've used screen repair, like a screen repair kit that you can get at Lowe's. I've used the rubber seal. I've pushed that down in there. On some of them I've made like a new gasket out of RTV and resealed it. You might think that's a silly thing to do for a camera.
Can we get some hot onion from the road?
No. But no. But these cameras are real easy to use, and that's why I like them. I mean, it's just got the 3 switches, photo, video, you know, settings, delay. I mean, they're stupid simple, and that's why I use them. You just set them up and forget about them. The next place where they have a tendency to come undone, or I say come undone, but where they tend to short out, especially from using dollar store batteries, is inside the control panel in the circuitry. So what'll happen is,
Give me it. That's enough, that's enough.
this is where your leads come in for the battery connections. Let me zoom in here real quick. Alright. So these guys right here have a tendency to overheat. Here we go. When those dollar store batteries short out, these have a tendency to overheat. And on 3 of my cameras, it's literally melted the wire. So here's the wire. from the battery compartment coming up through, see here, through and under, and it wraps around here and it goes in here. So the wire has literally melted. So on 2 of mine, what I've had to do is literally desolder this wire from the circuit board and from the battery tray and run a brand new wire. And you can't really tell on the camera, but this one's getting a little bit of corrosion built up on it right here already, because I ran some cheaper batteries in this camera. And I think another thing that happens is when the seal fails, I think it lets a little bit of humidity and moisture in here, and then over time it causes these connections to start corroding, you know, and then of course you're going to get, you know, bad signal with your battery. With corrosion you get resistance, which is going to then cause it to overheat. So to repair this, I'm not going to show you on the camera because I'd have to take the whole thing, the whole camera apart. But so to repair this lead, you don't want to attempt the repair with the circuit board in here, because you know these other resistors and diodes and capacitors, they're very sensitive to heat. So again, you want to make sure your soldering iron is heated all the way up. You want to unplug all of these leads. So this is for the circuit board that controls the camera. Unplug all these leads, unplug these. Remove the screws that hold this circuit board on. Pull these ribbon cables off from underside, and then remove these screws and pull this circuit board that's behind, and then attempt the repair that way. Again, make sure that your soldering iron is very hot, and tin your soldering iron, and then solder in this manner. So the nice thing about these circuit boards is they're labeled. You can't really see it, and the camera I don't think will pick it up, but you've got positive and negative. So like I said earlier, I've repaired I think 4 cameras in this way. Just ran a new piece of wire, positive, negative, pull the battery tray, positive, negative. I mean, it's not too complicated. And I've literally revived 3 or 4 of these cameras that way, and then just put a new rubber seal in using a screen, like a screen repair kit for like a screen door from Lowe's, or just ran like a bead of RTV and then just let it set up and seal. And the cameras are still working to this day. I mean, if that's the only thing wrong with the camera, I don't see having to replace, you know, these cameras are 75 bucks. They're not free, and even if it was $20, I mean, shoot, if that's the only thing wrong with it, you know, you might as well just repair it. So anyway, that's a quick tutorial on the most common issues with these Primos cameras. Good luck.